Hi, I'm Claire and this is my husband Nick. We met in an online chat room in 2001 and ended up getting married in 2006. We're a fairly normal, hard-working couple. We love travelling and enjoying a drink or two. In early 2020, we decided we wanted a whole new life-changing challenge. So we said goodbye to our jobs. We sold our Wiltshire farmhouse. We packed up our things and made the move to France. In early 2001, I went back to the UK to finalise our house sale and pick up my Aga. I was on Facebook on an Escape to the Chateau fan club page when I saw this advert. I messaged Nick the advert. Curiosity got the better of him and he went and arranged a viewing. With the instructions from me, I trust your judgment. If you think I'll like it, put in an offer. The offer was accepted and we finally got the keys on the 10th of June 2021. Join us and our dogs, Merlot and Flora, as we renovate our Maison de Maitre.
Well, now Claire's finished painting the cellar flaps. There's just one little job left to do and then work on this has kind of come to an end. And that's to put some of this sealant tape around where it joins and joint meets the ground, just to stop some of the rain coming through that we've had in the last few days. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. Rains next.
What do you think of me finished painting your flaps grey?
Done a lovely job with the flaps.
Yeah? Yeah, do you like your grey flaps?
They're really out flaps.
Yep, I'm not arguing about flaps. There they go, off back home. Bon voyage for now.
We just dropped my parents off at the airport and now I know why Claire wanted to come and help me drop them off.
Yay! So after depositing the parents off at the airport yesterday, we're just having a slow day, easing ourselves back into things. We're waiting for various things to be delivered. First important delivery of the day has arrived, the coffee! Yay! Package number 2 has just arrived.
Ding ding dong went the doorbell and there was a man holding this for me.
What is it?
Let's have a look, check there's something inside.
Ooh!
It's our A3 paper trimmer.
Whoa. I can start doing the cutting for the toilet wallpaper this evening now.
Woo. So Claire picked this item up yesterday in B&M in Bordeaux. I think it's like one of these things that you buy off Wish. It's my job to assemble it. Don't know why, but there we go. Bit sexist, chauvinist, isn't it? But
No, it's not. I'm not wearing a bra, that's chauvinist.
So we'll see exactly what this thing turns into. For the benefit of anybody that doesn't know how to operate one of these, Claire, quick introductory to using one of these. Here we have number 1 or number 2 setting, which is the speed. So we'll put it on the slow one because we're going to be using it as a screwdriver. Keyless chuck, which is great. Then we've got numbers around the rim here, which are the torque settings. So number 1, very little effort to hold it. Number 21, oh, I can hardly hold that still. And then it's got drill or hammer drill settings. So for this particular product, I'm going to put it on a very low torque setting because I don't think the wood can take a lot of effort for it to collapse under the effort of a screw.
You said rim.
There you have it in all its glory. The bird table, which I'd give it a week till it blows over. All the dog jumps up on it and kills a bird. This is my next task. I have to assemble this. I'm not sure when we get the time to sit down and use it, but you never know, you live in hope. There we go, that didn't take too long. Ta-da! Looks just like the picture on the box. We've bought this mirror with sort of painting at the top of it at Troc, and we've got it home, and as I'm thinking of doing with pretty much all furniture that I'm bringing into the house, I'm going to give it a little go with xylophene just to make sure woodworm isn't brought into the house. There is some evidence that it has had some in the past, that bit there, and there's a couple of tiny little, you can't probably see it here, there's a couple of tiny little holes in the bottom of the mirror. So just in case there's anything alive in there, I'm going to just xylophene it. Rather than spraying it, I've decanted some, and I'm going to be brushing it on today so it doesn't go everywhere. Okay, so that didn't take me long, that side. I'm going to leave that to dry probably for a few hours, really soak in, and I'll turn it all over and do the wood from the back of it, and then that'll be protected and it won't do any damage to the house if there is anything crawling around through that wood.
Outside in one of the storage barns, we've got some tiny little swallows. So we thought we'd show you the nest. Obviously we're not disturbing anything, but they're quite cute. I will also just show you how pleased I am with my tomato plant growing. And I've actually got tomatoes. They're green. But look, tomatoes. I'm really excited. So yesterday we had 2 out of 3 packages arrive, and today I am sat here kind of just twiddling my thumbs waiting for the 3rd package to arrive, whilst Nick's gone out shopping to Brico somewhere or wherever. I'm trying to kind of, I don't know, I've got to kind of stay in this room because it's the only room that I can hear the doorbell in, and it's like, I want to do something else.
Well, I'm in the Maison de Maitre on the middle floor, in the bedroom that will have the ensuite, where we've knocked through and partially refitted the doorway. Earlier on this year I had reputtied the window over there, and I'm just started to work on the 2nd set of windows over here. So I've done one so far. I'm just about to start reputting the other. There is a crack in that window pane up there. That's a bit of a pain. So yeah, anyway, I think all 4 of these panes of glass need reputting. I'm doing that now, and then I can do other things in this room, and then this will be drying. And I think now it's summer, it should dry a lot quicker than the other one did in the winter, which took weeks to actually go really firm. Once it has gone firm, I will give the windows a light sand down and then get them painted. Before then, however, I can be getting on with other work. I've got electricity to put into this room, lighting, little things like that. So yeah, that's what I'm up to.
Now Nick's back from one of the Brico shops, I can get on with what I would like to do today. We had our new guillotine delivered yesterday. We'd bought some magazines from a brocante shop quite a few months ago now, and they're all from around 1930, 1935. And my mother-in-law, while she was over here, separated all of the pages, and then last night we had a lovely evening of guillotining them apart. So here's the final pile of what made the cut, and then over there I have another pile of what didn't make it to go on the wall. I'm now in the Maison de Maitre, and the toilet has ever so nicely been taken out of the cloakroom, so we can get the ladder in, and so I can also, once I finish with the wallpaper, I can paint the panels. I have everything ready. I have my wallpaper table, I have my papers, I have my brush, I have some pre-made wallpaper paste, and also this ladder is quite high up, isn't it? I think now is the time to fully admit that I have never wallpapered anything before. So newspaper could be a pretty good start for me. It's just quite high up.
You've all seen me window puttying already, and if you haven't, look through the back episodes and you'll see me doing window puttying. This is a boring job, but it needs to be done. Even if when Claire does the editing she speeds it up, it will still be a boring video. So I'm not going to bother recording this. Too much data is being used. I'll show you what I get up to when I've finished it, but at the moment it's looking rough.
So I've started. And for somebody who's never wallpapered, I think I'm doing quite well. It is quite frustrating because my assistant forgot that you should really sand the walls in here. But it's looking quite cool. It's a little bubbly in patches, but I remembered that I brought this tool so I can get the bubbles out, but as it's drying, it's getting bubbles, which is really annoying. But it'll dry, it'll be fine. It's a bit hot, so I've just decided to stop for a second and open the doors, but I wish I hadn't opened the doors because it's huge and it's hairy and it's alive, and Nick won't come down from upstairs to kill it or get rid of it. Why? I can honestly say I think this is the biggest, hairiest spider I have ever seen. I am... Ooh, look, it's just there, it's sat there. It's huge, it's hairy. Yeah, I know you're huge and hairy. It's that kind of complimenting yourself there. That, honestly, isn't that just huge and hairy? I don't know what it is. Well, obviously it's a spider, but oh my God. I'll zoom out so you can like... I'm sorry, but this thing, it actually has its own postcode.
Where is it?
It's over here.
There's no idea where it is.
No, I know, but it's here. It doesn't matter, it's here. It is massive. It is the biggest one I have seen.
Where?
Look at it, it's there.
Can't even see one.
You can see it, it's huge. Look, move the door.
It's not down to the cellar.
That's where all the wine is.
And?
It'll drink the wine.
And the vodka.
And the vodka. What?
You've put a Rudy up there. It's a naughty one next to somebody that's really not naughty. Because he's frowning about the one next door. Don't. You'll need an 18 certificate for this.
It's now 6:15 and I'm going to call it quits for today with the wallpapering. I'm doing quite well. It's just up and down the ladder, up and down the ladder, up and down the ladder, up and down the ladder. Yay! Yeah, I'm going to go and have a drink now. This morning, I'm back in the Maison de Maitre in the cloakroom, but I'm going to stop showing you what I'm doing now. And I'm going to finish the wallpapering, and hopefully today I'll finish painting the room as well. So we'll just have to wait and see how I get on. It is really hot. It's 10 to 11 and I am sweating. It's not very nice.
Just a quick job this morning. Back in the middle floor, the bedroom that has the ensuite bathroom above the breakfast room. And what I'm going to be doing now is just fitting a couple of door handles on the door that we put through to the ensuite. I'm going to actually be working this morning also to fill around it, get some plaster or concrete or something, I don't know quite what yet, around there to make that wall solid again. And I thought having door handles on the door would just make my life a little bit easier to go through it. So that's what I'm doing. Can read the instructions again. Well, I'm pleased with that. All I've got to do now is just get the Allen keys and bolt on the lock mechanism from either side, and then that is complete. Makes it a bit easier to go through the door if you can open it. Yay!
Hello? What are you doing in the house? Hey? You better not leave a mess. Hello?
Isn't that nice? They're trying to make a nest up there now. Out, the three of you, go. One, two, go on, out you go. So to fill in around the doorway, I've got this product here, which looks like a bricklaying, got a picture of a man laying these terracotta bricks that our wall is made of upstairs, an internal wall. The instructions on the packet also say that it can be used as a filler. So I'm going to have a go at mixing some of this up and applying it, and hopefully that will do the job for me. Quite pleased with how that's gone actually. Not a long work time, especially in today's heat. It's drying quite quickly, but it seemed to all stick. Did make it quite a strong mix, so seemed to stick quite well. I'm gonna go and wash the tools up and then probably just leave this an hour or so before I carry on working. I'm gonna do the other side of the doorway, but certainly already you can see that where we did have a hole all the way down the wall there, we don't. So it's kind of looks like it's going to do what I hope it's going to do. So I've got to do the other side, do the top, finish off down this side, and then that doorway, well, it will need a rub down and probably just a fine plaster coat around it to finish it off in due course, but I can leave that for another day. So yeah, quite pleased with that. So the next job for this bedroom, which is again, I'll say it again, above the breakfast room, one with the ensuite over there we've been working on, is to extend where I've already lifted up the floorboards, carry on lifting them up all the way to the wall over by the window here, and then I'll be able to go through the floor sideways and reach a point where I can come up the wall to fit electric sockets on the outside wall. So this one will have 2 sockets on the outside wall and a couple either side of where the bed is going to go, all double sockets. So the next job is to cut the floorboards and lift them, which from previous experience is not the easiest of jobs because they use nails that were, well, big enough to hold ships together, quite frankly. Anyhow, it's got to be done if we want electricity where we want it, which we do. So yeah, that's what I'm doing now. What's not very good with this is keep hitting nails that aren't through the middle of the floorboards, they're through the joints, which is where I'm trying to cut. So I've made the blade quite blunt, which means when I'm cutting, it makes it very smoky. You might be able to tell that by the fog that's now in this room. So I'm just going to, I think I've got a spare blade, so I'm going to have a look for that, because it might make this job a bit easier. I'm over halfway there, but it's really hard work and it shouldn't be. The saw should be doing all the easy work. Right, let's go and have a look for that saw blade.
So, what happened yesterday afternoon?
Well, I was working merrily away, cutting floorboards, ready to lift them, to put wiring in, and my saw started making a funny noise. So I lifted it up and just ran it for a couple of seconds, and then sparks flew out from the motor, and then it died.
Is that what that burning smell was?
Yeah.
Ah. So I suppose you need to go for a shopping trip now, don't you?
Man shopping.
Yeah. I think it looks quite good. See, I don't know again what he was moaning about. He seems to be on that chair okay now. A few days ago, I was in bed. I was scrolling through my phone, looking at Facebook, and I saw a post that a lady had put on about carvings in stone blocks. And it was actually quite exciting because the lady, she had some carvings in her stone walls and she lived in a barn. And funnily enough, I looked at them and I thought, I've seen some of those before. All of these marks that I've now found are just outside of the sausage factory door. Who knows? A long time ago it could have been a barn. But there's the first one. It's very, very faint. You can make out a circle and you can partially make out parts of a flower petal. Of course, this is the time when somebody would like to play with his shark. Merlot, where's Sharky? Now, I can also make out what looks like another start of one of these, and maybe the number 14 on this wall. But the best example that we have is around here, where obviously it doesn't get any weather, but it's above the old sausage factory bell. And underneath the bell, you can make out what looks like a daisy. So there's 1 leaf, 2 leaf, 3 leaves, 4 leaves, and there'd be another 2 leaves under here. So these are, they're a thing called daisy wheels, or they're called hexafoils, and they're a 6-petal flower, which is normally drawn with a pair of compasses. They comprise of a single endless line which supposedly confused and trapped evil spirits. But they're also known as witch marks to ward off evil spirits. So yeah, I've been looking at that for ages, just thinking, oh, it's probably just some kid that's been doodling. But they've found them in barns in South Devon from the 1700s and things. So yeah, extra little thing for you there. Merlot seems to be doing some truffling this evening. And I think you found one, haven't you? I think you found a fairly big one there. Oh. Oh, there we go. Oh. Well done, Merlot. 10 out of 10.
Hi,
Hi.
welcome to a special wine of the week.
Yes.
Why is it special?
Well, a year ago today, we signed the paperwork to buy the house.
And got the keys.
And got the keys.
So we thought we'd celebrate by opening a bottle of bubbly. Yay! This, however, is not champagne. It's not Veuve Clicquot.
Not tonight.
Not tonight. This is a Cremant, which is made in a traditional style, I believe, but just not in the Champagne region.
There we go.
So it can't be called champagne, and they don't charge champagne prices. There's two reasons we're having this. Firstly, we don't have any champagne, and secondly, we have this. So there you go.
Also, this evening we will be spending our first night in the Maison de Maitre.
And I think that deserves a...
Way!
So, just for my nephew, I'm holding the bottle by the
Punt! And I'm not cold, I'm just wearing really short shorts and yeah, it's not a good look.
Yeah, we didn't want any X ratings from YouTube on here, so... So how's this week been for you, darling?
This week for me has been productive. I'm really happy with the work that I have done in the cloakroom, and I'm looking forward to doing a room reveal next week.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Wow. Let's crack on then.
Exactly. It's great because when we're sleeping in here, I just have to roll out of bed and just go next door.
We'll see if that happens.
At what
10
time?
o'clock. Yeah. Cheers.
Cheers.
Here's to our first year, and thank you for joining us.
Yeah.
And if you've enjoyed it, please press the like button, and if you're not a subscriber, please subscribe.
You can also find us on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter, or on our website at
www.theexpatbutchers.com.
Thanks for watching and see you for a room reveal next Sunday. Cheers!
Cheers!
It's just dawned on me. We never did catch that spider.